Good morning, gamers. This is SomniaSky, and welcome back to more Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. I'm slowly losing my mind listening to this music, and we're back in the disposal line of the factory in Okumura's palace. So, let's see. First things first, besides the punctured PCB, is yet another terminal, this one controlling the purple arm. So, we're gonna go ahead and break it. Kind of feel sad for the poor thing, but I guess it's, you know, quote-unquote just a cognitive being. Kind of screwed up when you think about it this way, but I suppose that's the whole dissonance thing that we're supposed to ignore when we're playing video games in general, isn't it? Come a little closer.
Show me your true form.
You know, I've been wondering for a while now, and I guess this is something that the comment section is going to have to, like, I don't know, talk to me about. But usually when I play this game, or when I do LPs of JRPGs, I'll try to discuss new enemies and stuff like that as much as possible, of course. But when we come across enemies that we've, like, already seen before, at least more than once, and I guess this maybe is, like, kind of an exception to the rule, because I'm running my mouth, but usually, when I come across enemies in a JRPG LP that we fought before, I usually end up skipping them because a lot of the time, battles like these, they just last forever. Which is, like, fine, but, like, a lot of the time it usually means that I have to, like, decide whether or not I want to show off more gameplay combat or if I want to progress further in an episode, and it's a very weird balance to strike that even... what has it been, like, 5 years later? 6? I still haven't quite figured out. Granted, for, like, some games it's a lot easier to determine, like, for example, with Pokemon. Hey, Joker. You think there's an elevator over there. You think we could go that way? That is how it appears on the map as well. However, with the infrared sensor as it is, we cannot proceed. Looks like we can keep going once we stop that press. Wait a moment. Don't you think those robots over there are acting a little strange? For the company, for our wonderful President Okumura. I do this with joy. I do this with joy. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. They're still respecting him even though they're probably seeing coworkers collapse from getting overworked? It's mind control. They've been purposefully driven into a state of over-adaptation. Over what? Yes. When a person is continually faced with oppression, they come to welcome its presence. Such psychological trickery is being used here. I experienced it firsthand for many years. Fox.
This is horrible.
So these robots exist because Father is aware that he's exploiting his employees? Yes, we should be careful though. I doubt we'll be able to communicate with these ones. We'll probably go straight into battle when we approach them. I suggest you prepare beforehand. It's very good advice, however there's not a whole lot we can do about it. As you can see, that hydraulic press over there is yellow, and we only really have access to the blue panels. What was I saying? Oh yeah, with cutting out battles. Like, I know how to do it well enough with Pokemon LPs, because usually I use repels during, like, walking around wild encounters and stuff like that, so that's a non-issue there. But outside of random wild encounters with trainer battles, they last so long that I basically have no choice but to cut out the ones that aren't required trainer battles, quote unquote, because otherwise we'd just be there forever. And even in that case, sometimes I will just cut out required trainer battles just because there's, like, no point in me even bothering talking about them. It's like, what am I gonna say every time? But, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is that usually I end up trying to figure out how best to cut up episodes like this based on what I want to say during any given, like, part of the video. And, like, honestly, it's difficult for me to figure out what I want to say and when I want to say it sometimes. But no, I want fire. Oh, jeez, okay. It is becoming difficult to decide what I want to do here. Ah, screw it. And it ended up not mattering, so... Who's laughing now?
Let's continue. Just like I thought. That's a new
Anyway,
skill.
ooh, the diorama.
Try it out.
I think I'm just gonna straight up replace diorama with it. It's basically the same skill, but AoE. But anyway, yeah. I guess the point I'm trying to make here,
That easy, huh?
and this is something that I would want people to respond about in the comment section, is what do you prefer when people LP JRPGs? Do you prefer it when they cut out a lot of the battles that don't really like matter a whole bunch, or do you prefer that they like try to keep it going even during moments like these?
Now's our chance. Persona.
So the best I can really think of, and the best I can really do, is to just do my best to try and attempt to offer some sort of, like, I don't know, middle ground here.
Amazing, Joker. That's 4 shadows gone.
Up to you, Fox, taking over.
Oh my
Raring to
goodness.
go, eh, Fox?
I guess there's no reason for me not to.
Man. Well, on to the next trial.
Okay, let's move on. I gotta use this next time.
Matarunda decreases attack for all foes. See, the thing with these kinds of skills is that they cost a lot more to do, but they affect all foes. Actually, thinking about it, I think Matarunda is very much worth my time, so I'm going to replace things with that. But yeah, we have 8 skills per persona, but like sometimes the party members really learn a lot of skills that I would like to have around all at the same time, but just can't. And so, a lot of choice there, a lot of decisions I have to make, so I guess that's what they call gameplay depth. But yeah. Let's see. Can we grab an ambush on this guy?
Reveal your true form.
That works. I was trying to go for a hook, but I guess that works. Oh my goodness. That bullet hail technique, I don't think I've discussed it yet at all, because technically speaking I should not have it. But that bullet hail technique is from,
The enemy is strong. Defeat it
Bless.
quickly with blessed
Let's go.
the bullet hail technique is from a confidant, the tower confidant that we unlocked recently. But it's from, I believe, like a level that we don't actually have. I just think I have access to it because New Game Plus gave me a special item for it. So, yeah. Not a whole lot I can do to stop myself from using it because it shows up occasionally. Although, it's been happening a lot lately for no good reason. Anyway, I guess the point of me bringing it up is that it's really loud every time it happens because it just blasts my eardrums each and every single time. Did we really reflect rage back on the boss? That's kind of silly. Uh-oh. Jesus Christ!
To get out of this one.
Let's end them.
Nobody hurts my friends.
Well, it's good to know that people are feeling enthusiastic about
Grace
this.
to this battle.
The sharper the thorn.
I don't know why I keep watching these, but I just find them entertaining. And as far as I'm aware, none of the showtimes are missable either, so I think you end up getting each and every single one of them just for playing the game and progressing the story, so that's rather nice of them. There are not a whole lot of them, but the ones we do have are fairly flashy. Yes, I know. Honestly, that's just how it goes. Giri Makala is a difficult opponent to get past. It's a savage monster with immunity to physical. I don't know what you expected. Anyway, there's another locked treasure chest over here. We can crack this open real quick. To get an Armageddon rod.
Whoa. All right.
Not sure how I feel about that. I suppose I should partially retract what I said earlier about physical attacks being completely useless, in that they're not, because we actually did find a use for regular physical attacks in this dungeon to knock down Decorabia. So, yeah, you got me on that one. Was it a good use? No, but it is a use, I suppose. At this point, though, yeah, weapon upgrades don't really matter that much because you're using phys skills with your personas. Finding ways to boost their strength is a lot more impactful, and I believe you can do that by going to the Jazz Club in Royal. But I haven't been doing that because I've been working on Confidants, and also because that would make my team way more overpowered than it needs to be.
I'll reveal your true
Don't worry, gamers. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, gamers. We'll have plenty of time to break the game in half later.
Out of our way!
Trust me.
Let's go.
That does remind me, I haven't quite come to the decision on what I'm going to limit myself with.
This is my other self. Take this.
Another one.
You got him, Fox! One enemy hit the ground.
Persona.
Another one.
Another one.
No time
Well, that just straight up killed. Wow.
With this power. All right.
A decisive.
Alrighty. I kind of wonder how my backup party member's MP is doing, or SP. Oh, we're doing more than fine. Splitting up the healing through Recover All between since it automatically will prioritize having the backup party members handle the heal all, and splitting it up between Morgana and On, so we're pretty good for gravy on SP. Honestly, Makoto has way less right now than either of them, and that's probably more of a concern.
I don't know what it's gonna. We're the better fighters. Use fire attacks to hit its weak point. Persona!
We can technical them? Oh, we can technical them. Will this kill it?
Free stuff.
Alrighty then. I guess that works. Probably Deathbound will do a lot of damage.
Gary McCullough. Go down.
Wow.
That makes
Honestly
My
expected
other
that
self.
kill.
I lend it. All according to plan.
just like I thought.
Okay.
Huh? They weren't a big deal at all.
Like I said, the only enemy here I actually fear is Giri Makala. It is one of those very rare occasions where a savage enemy that's immune to a lot of different stuff is kind of a problem. I guess Befelgor is a little pesky too because I'm not using On, but that's my problem because that's my fault. Alrighty. Now, the yellow terminal, this one's going to be a little tricky to deal with because once you get past the yellow thing, you're going to be thrown into a battle pretty much immediately, so you're going to want to be prepared for that. And if you were thinking that the pause menu would save you from having to worry about the timer, I don't think it does, so keep that in mind. Can you please climb up this? Thank you. So yeah. Anyway, we should be okay-ish when it comes to this, so... Oh, we actually do get time to prepare. Huh. Well, there's a little leg on my face, I suppose. But I do believe we are ready, so not much I could really do here but approach.
For the company, for our wonderful President Okumura. Any who approaches this place will be crushed. We shall carry out our President's will with glee.
Anyway, we've got a whole bunch of corporobos chief models to deal with here. These guys are weak to psychokinesis, and they can also cast a large amount of debuffs that hit the entire party, so a little bit of a pesky thing to deal with there.
Ready, Joker.
Hawk Guardian isn't a terrible idea, actually.
Let's go.
That'll help us get our defenses up. These guys can beat us up quite a bit, so it might be a little bit useful to buff up our stats a little bit. This fight's longer than you might anticipate, so be prepared for that. Like all corporobos, I believe, yeah, they're
With psychokinetic
resistant to physical skills, so you're not really getting past them that way. I believe I have Sai on someone. I have Sai on you, and I have Sayo. I don't have Ma Sai on anyone? Wow, that's what we in the business call cringe. I suppose our Habaki so we can repel their statuses and whatnot.
Ravage them!
Knocked them right off their feet. Nice, Joker.
And we switch to Haru,
Yes, on to the next. Come.
and have her use Ma Sayo.
You got him, Noir. Right in the weak spot.
Excellent.
Good choice. They're done for.
Unfortunately, that is not the end of this fight, because there's an entire another wave of these enemies to deal with.
Persona.
Whew. I'm of a mind not to hit them at all.
Attack with psychokinetic skills. Persona.
How do they deal with Nude? Yeah, they resist it. Yeah, probably would have been a smarter idea not to do anything. Yeah, so there's Matarunda.
Let's go.
Mass debuffs and everything. I believe they were also resistant to ice. I think they're literally only weak to Sai, and they resist like literally everything else. Woman Rush could put them to sleep. Sure, why not? I suppose it is technically better than doing literally nothing, but...
Whee! Your test been lowered. Touch them, Melody. 4 enemies hit the floor. Noir, you're doing great.
Alright, let's baton pass to someone else, and
Let's go.
we'll have you use Sayo,
Knocked him right off their feet.
and that way we can get a bit of a stronger all-out attack from the baton pass.
They're done for.
Here we go. Unfortunately, there are 3 waves to deal with.
Persona.
Let's see. Yeah, you do have Dakunda. Excellent. That'll get rid of our stat decreases, which is very, very handy. And then they put them back on. Nuts.
I am thou.
Well, you know what would have been great if that was Joker's turn and not Fox's, but I suppose here we are. Ow. You cut that out.
That's 3 enemies knocked down. Way to go, Noir. Can you go on to the next?
Persona!
Just like before, we're gonna go for baton pass into all-out attack and see where that leads us.
Go down!
Knocked him right off their feet. Nice, Joker.
Finish them.
They're done for.
The heck? That was easy as hell.
I mean, yeah, it just took forever, you know.
Well, I mean, they're overworked, brainwashed, and forced to go up against an impossible enemy. I hope nobody ever treats me like that after I turn back into a human.
Come on, let's keep going. Don't look so down, Noir.
Yeah, it really is awful what he's doing to them, but I don't know. That's the thing that makes this entire situation feel even shitter, is that I've been in a corporate job before, and it's... Oh yeah. Fuel addition has increased output, incinerator output has reached roughly 270%. The employees are being dumped into that incinerator. No, they're turning all of the worn down robots into fuel? That means the power source running this factory. It's people's lives. Noir, are you okay? I'm not. Huh? I'm not going to forgive my father for this. I can't believe this is how he really sees his workers. Let us go, everyone. We will change his heart, no matter what.
Yes!
Right, we're with you all the way, Noir. Yeah, and I mean, like, granted, it wasn't, like, the worst possible corporate job, but, like, man, you hear shit from all sorts of places about how they treat people. Anywho, enough of that, because now I'm starting to feel depressed. Now we're here at the Central Factory. No, not that Central Factory. But we do have a save point.
This is called the airlock area. Wait, does that mean we have to go out into space?
Putting it lightly, I believe such an action would lead to our extermination.
Well, apparently you'll be okay for like 30 seconds if you keep your eyes and mouth shut. Which is weird, because honestly, I would have thought we'd just explode out there.
Don't scare us, damn it!
I think there is actually, like, some truth to that statement. I'm not a huge space buff, so someone will have to fact check me on that, and by someone I mean, like, you know, future me. We'll have to fact check that, but regardless, we've got a safe room over here.
Ah, a safe room. We're good here.
Alrighty. I think for like the first time in a huge long while, we're actually going to need to use some SP restoratives in here. So let's see. We got stamina kits for everyone, so.
What are your thoughts? Alright, let's get
Mostly
moving.
just because Queen was wearing her NP down to the wire there. I think ordinarily we haven't really been going for that long, but ordinarily I probably would keep going, but I think given how much I've been talking this episode, and also given how far we are and how far we have left to go, because we're actually like a couple of chambers away from the end of the palace here, given how far we have left to go, I think I'll call it here. In the next episode of Let's Play Persona 5 Royal, we're going to continue on trying to get to the end of this palace, because we're pretty darn close. So yeah, see you guys then.